Hello, I hope that you're having an amazing day filled with creativity. So, on to today's video for you guys. This is one of my anime coloring pages, which I have listed in my Linktree products page. You can find the products that I use over there. I will link that below in the description, and there you'll also find my social media links such as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and others. Now, this series I color inside this book a page at a time, which are all the markers that I've used or opened in Scroller boxes or even on my Let's Try series. And in this video, it's the twin markers that I found at b&ms over on my Let's Try series. So I found these with my little sister. I bought her the purple set while I got the pink set. And in the end, I did give her both of the sets. So I can't 100% tell you the numbers of the markers. I'll try because I do have a key at the side of the page, but I don't hold me to that because the pen does not match with the color of the ink. So because there are two main colors, I thought that this would be the best page, which is just a fairy-like character who also has wings, obviously, fairy. So I first did a key at the side of the page. So this is so I know which color is which, because the lids are just not a good indicator. And I also marked where I marked the side, I put the marker there so I didn't get confused. And then I placed the colors down. The lightest colors I placed down first. So this way I could just build on them with the other markers. So these are twin markers, as I said, but I don't use them as twin markers. So I only use one side because the other side is a metallic kind of side and it just eats up the paper in no time. It kind of rips it up. There's nothing there. So I'm only trying to use the marker side. So that makes sense. So technically these are only one marker to me. So I decided to have her hair pink while the rest of her skin purple. But I did want hints of the other with the other one. So a bit of pink on the purple skin and a bit of purple on the pink hair. So I started off with the lightest purple I could find, which is 10138. When I got to her face, I kind of avoided her cheeks and nose area. This way I could add a nice light pink colour, which was 206. It wasn't the lightest pink I had, and at first I thought, oh no, this is too much, but that's how the art process works, and I just rolled with it. Then I added the same pink to the roots of the hair and started to add depth to her. So I started adding one of the darkest pinks, which is 15, to the areas where it would be the darkest, such as her neck and behind her shoulder. I also added the darkest pink colour, the other darkest pink colour, which was 02, to the roots of the hair. Only a little bit of this because I really did want to try and create a gradient, but in the end the markers just was like really streaky. They just needed a lot of work, but you can get there a little if you work with it. And I did learn from the hair, so I was able to do the skin and clothes and wings a little better than the hair. The final result in the hair I'm not happy with, but the rest of the body and stuff I'm happy with. So then after that, I moved on to her skin. I decided to use 274, which was like a mid, like had more of a blue tingy to it. This is a little placed around her forehead to create shade, and then just like under her chin. I also added this near the neck and collarbone and a little bit on the nose. Then I added pinks to her necklace, which is connected to her clothes. I also added the darkest pink 02, a little to a little of the smaller details in the necklace, and I had to let this dry because the paper was getting a little floppy just because of the too much ink. And then after that, I carried on to her clothes, which I used the same colour as her hair, but one main colour. So the main colour of the pinks, which I've not used on the hair, was the orangey colour. So it's a pink, but it has a tinge of orange, which is 14. So this is the base colour for her clothes. And then I used the darkest of the pink markers, which is both 02 and 15, to add depth and shade to her clothes. So I decided to go to the sleeves and add details of the purple marker, but I did add a little bit of the purple here and there. So it was a 87 marker that was on her clothes, the purple. And then around the breast area, to try and make it look more round, I added a marker there and just let it dry and smoothed out and stuff with a variation of all of the 3 markers. Yeah. Um, Now, while that was drying, the clothes, I moved on to her lips and eyes, which I had the lightest colors. For the lips, which was a really nice light pink, and then for the eyes, a light purple, and then I darkened them up a little bit and used the midtones for each. So again, I used the eyes, purple for the eyes and pink for her lips, and then just added a little bit of shading. And then I went back with the darker pink of the pack. With it has a tinge of the purple. So in the purple pack has a tinge of the pink. Yeah. And I added that to the eyes. So they was a bit more darker and so they stood out a little bit more. And then I was looking at the page as a whole and letting it all dry, and then I was like, this needs a bit colour, but I just needed it to dry and stuff. So, and these markers, they get really wet very easily and they just flood the page, but they do look nice. So after finishing with main character, I started looking and thinking about her wings. Now in my head, I wanted the wings to be like attached to her skin, so attached to actually her, so they were part of her. So they're not her clothes, they're not detachable, they're her. um so because of this, it would look more like her skin color. With that in mind, I started to lay down the lightest color, purple, all over her wings, the entirety of the wings, which was 138 marker, and then I colored it in as you could probably say, the page wrinkled a little bit, and that was just too much ink. So once again, I just it was just the character I was doing. So I did want to create a gradient of sort for the wings. So the tip for this is to do the darkest of the tips and then it was the lightest near her back area. Now this is a side note. So when I'm doing these coloring pages, I have and had a protective sheet that stops the ink going further onto the other side of the page. Yes, this is a markers colouring book, so the next page is on the left side is blank, but the markers still can bleed through though from my eye see. So I have this plastic sheet thing as an extra protective barrier, so the extra ink just goes onto the plastic there. So when I'm finished with the wings, I add a little bit of colours to the tips of the wings, adding the lightest colour at the beginning of the wings to try and lighten it up and stuff. And it's pretty much done really, and I did add the lightest pink 09 and the purple 202 to really help create a gradient effect. And then I did start on the flowers, but I fought against this because it just, to do a full page, it I think it would have really ruined the page. So yeah, so this is it for me. If you'd like me to do a full sheet, please comment below. But I have done one which is a full sheet, which is called Who Am I Coloring? So go check that out if you liked this video. Please like, comment and subscribe for more videos. I hope that you like this video. Bye!